Hello, hello. So today we're going to take a look at this little journal set that was sent to me by Paper Republic. So the reason I have this is because I went on kind of a crazy search for a little journal to take with me on my travels. So I'm going back to Australia for a little while in a couple of weeks to visit family, and I wanted to have a little sketch journal to take with me. I have my big journal here that I do my daily writing in and stuff, but this is an A5 journal and it's kind of big, so I didn't want to use this as my little travel journal. So instead I wanted to get a little one that was better equipped for sketching. So I kind of went on a big search and thought maybe I would get a traveler's notebook, you know, the ones that have the leather and then you can have all the inserts that put in it. And I did find a little insert that was a watercolor insert, but it was kind of small and didn't have a lot of pages in it, and I was worried that it wasn't really going to lie flat. So that's where I did a little more searching and found Paper Republic. So I have this little insert called a drawing book, and this actually lies flat. So you can do a piece of work that's all the way across this, or you could just do it on each side. And it is a little bit bigger than the traveler's notebook. This is a pocket size rather than a passport size. So I was really intrigued, and I emailed them and asked them if they had a sample they could send me, and they said sure, they send me out this, and they also send me out a cover. So let's take a look at these in a little more detail. Okay, so again, this is their drawing insert, and it's an open bound binding here, and each section lies flat. I think all the paper that they have is produced in Europe, and FSC and PEFC certified, printed with eco-friendly vegetable dyes. They really take pride in where they source their paper from, as well as their leather. And the paper in all of their inserts and little booklets is unbleached, so they don't use any chemical processes to bleach the paper. So it has a little bit of a kind of a cream hue to it, and the texture is really smooth. And again, this is about 150 GSM, so it's not super heavyweight. It's not, 100% cotton or anything for watercolor, but I think it will handle ink and wash pretty easy. And I've seen other artists using it, and it seems to work really well. And it has this lovely color on here. It's not metallic, but it just adds a little bit of contrast to the paper, which is lovely. And then this is the cover. So this is the Voyager pocket, which is a little bit bigger than a passport size, and it has a little card in here that says thank you for your trust in us, enjoy your order. They have a really lovely company culture. I've been following them on Instagram and just checking out their videos they have on their site and all their posts and stuff, and they're really passionate about this. They really want you to enjoy your products. The emails I got after getting this order were, if you have any questions, we're here to help and walk you through it all. So they're really interested in you succeeding on your journaling journey, which is lovely. So let's open this up. And I believe all of this packaging is made in-house too, in their workshop in Vienna. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is beautiful. So this, oh wow, and you can smell it. The smell is so lovely. Actually, it reminds me of when I was little, my parents won some money on like a scratch and match, and they said we could buy whatever we wanted. And my sister and I decided we wanted Ugg boots. So they took us to this shoe shop, and everything in there was like leather Ugg boots and leather wallets and things like that. And this is exactly what it smells like. It smells so beautiful and quality, and it feels sort of very smooth, not suede-like at all. A little tiny bit of a texture on there. Not sure if the camera is picking that up at all, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And it is a deep sort of chocolatey brown color with maybe a little lean into the burgundy, but definitely more in the brown than the red. And it has this awesome contrasting green closure here. The same on the binding here. And then, oh, what's this? This symbol is the only one that proudly guarantees vegetable tanned leather in Tuscany, an artisan product of a centuries-old tradition. Yeah, so all their leather products are handmade in their Vienna workshop, but their leather comes from like a family-run tannery where they only use natural raw materials and they vegetable tan the leather in an eco-friendly process. So I think it's pretty rare that you get that. I think normally there's a lot of chemicals involved and stuff, so they are very conscious of how they're looking after the environment and their processes and their materials and where they're sourcing their materials from. So inside is a little plain paper insert, and it's again that sort of slightly cream color because they don't use a bleaching process. Very beautiful minimal design, and it has a little bit of branding on the back, just the Paper Republic, nice and subtle. And then on the front you can actually, with your order for free, you can get 3 letters embossed in here if you wanted to, so you get your initials, and then I think if you want extra letters they just cost a nominal amount. So that's kind of really cool. I decided to keep mine nice and plain just because I love the natural look of it. And I decided to go with a darker color because I was really interested in the sort of a yellowy gold color, but I was worried because I'm using it with art materials and ink and paint that it would get pretty messy pretty fast. So I wanted to give it a good chance of staying a little cleaner. I mean, I'm looking forward to the natural patina that it's going to develop with, or you know, the scratches of everyday wear and stuff, but I didn't want to hurry that process with art materials on there as well. So absolutely beautiful. As for the size, this is their pocket edition, so this is the smallest size they have, and this is 4 inches by 5.9 inches, and it says that it fits inserts up to 3.7 by 5.5, and that's what these guys are. So you might be able to go a little bigger. There is a little bit of breathing room around it, but not a ton depending on how much you put in here. There's a little bit of overhang, which is nice. So I have a couple of different sizes here of inserts that I've just collected over the years. I don't actually have a traveler's notebook, but I do have this little traveler's notebook passport size insert. And it is a little bit smaller. It's 3.5 by 4.9, so about half an inch shorter and just a little bit narrower here. So that's how that fits in, and it would fit totally fine. And then I also have these little Hobonichi inserts with Tomoe River, and they are pretty much, it's hard to see on the white there, sorry, pretty much exactly the same size as these guys. So that would be a perfect fit for this. And these are nice and slim. They come in 3 to a packet here. And I need to get some more elastics. They actually sell more elastics on their site. And they also have a bunch of other inserts. So this is just the plain one, but they have a bunch of other inserts like this, I think, which are the 48-page ones. And they have a lined version, a dotted version, a squared version, and like a mini grid version, which is really interesting. So lots of variety there. And then they also have a writing book insert like this with the open bind that has lighter weight paper. I believe it's 120 grams. These little inserts are, I think, 80 grams. So a little better quality for the book version, but again, that beautiful open binding so that it lies flat. Yeah, and they have a lot of other little inserts. They have a folder insert, just like the Traveler's Notebook does. They have this really cool sort of, I think it's like a waterproof paper or something they said, and it has a magnetic closure and it looks really cool. It has this sort of black and white pattern on it. It feels very IKEA-ish kind of thing, and it's like a wallet for your papers and other things. So that looked really interesting. And they also have a little magnetic pen loop that goes in here. I'm thinking of maybe partnering this with my little Kaweco. So I'm going to have to, I have some stick-on pen loops, so I might make an insert that to put that pen loop on and either put it at the top or the side. So as far as pricing goes on this little guy, it's very comparable to the Traveler's Notebook in the passport size pricing. If you are following them on Instagram, they often run little like 30% off deals where you can get their packages. So it would be like the cover, the booklet, either the artist booklet or the writing booklet, and a little folder that goes in here too, plus a blank notebook. And I think they give those for like 30% off quite often. So it's kind of cool to follow them because you get those little deals. And I think they have like a membership program that's free that you get 20% off each time you buy a refill for it. I know I'm kind of, it sounds like I'm a salesperson for them. I'm not actually affiliated with them or sponsored or anything, but they were kind enough to send this out for me to look at, and I'm really impressed. I think it's absolutely beautiful. If you're looking for a little leather companion, I think they're worth giving a try, and their company culture is lovely. They also have like personalization and have a service where they can build exactly the folio that you want. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I'll update you guys when I try out the paper and see how it's working out. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.